Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to my studio. Today I'm here with the V1, the jack pedal from Victory Amplification. Created in collaboration with Adrian Thorpe of Thorpy Effects, the V1 line of pedals seeks to recreate the sound and the feel of Victory's highly regarded line of tube amplifiers. The jack is an amp built by Victory Amplification and was created in collaboration with the amazing Guthrie Govan.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
As, I guess, his signature amp. And the jack pedal seeks to kind of recreate that tone in a pedal. In preparation for this video, I went online and watched a few videos from some cats to kind of get a feel of what this pedal was all about. And it occurred to me watching the videos that most of the guys, what they were doing was running the pedal into a clean amp. Most of the time it was a Victory, and setting the toe controls on the amp straight up. And that's cool. I mean, that's a really great way to showcase the sound of the pedal. I wanted to do something a little bit different though. Not all of us have a Victory amp, so I wanted to run it into some more common amps that some of us might have with the amp set like we might normally set them, and hear what the pedal could do in those circumstances. All right, that's enough jabbering from me. Let's hear some sound. To start off, I'm playing a custom Strat that has a Seymour Duncan JB in the bridge pickup, a classic hot stack in the middle, and a vintage hot stack in the neck. This is kind of a common configuration, so I wanted to go with that. To start off, I'm going to go through my Splawn Quickrod, the clean channel, and I'm running through a 412 cabinet with Celestion EVH greenbacks. Now, I know the Splawn's not a real common amp, but the clean channel is a real good representation of the clean channel of an EL34 equipped amp. So I decided to go with that. So this is the sound of the amp without the pedal. And if I kick the pedal on. Now, the pedal features a 3-band EQ, a volume knob, and a gain knob, or a drive knob. I've got the lows backed off a little bit here. Splawns are really known for having a big, huge low end, so I didn't really want to add to that, so I pulled that back. The mids and the highs right now are flat. See what it sounds like? I'm going to turn some knobs. Now, I've got the drive set pretty low. It's about 10 o'clock. This amp has overdrive in spades. So I'm going to crank that up a little bit and see what we can get. If I want to jack up the gain, you got tons of gain. I generally like a little bit less than that. And of course, I can go back to where I started, or even go back farther and get a nice edge of breakup kind of sound. And if I bring up the gain some here, we'll roll back on my volume knob on my guitar. responds real well to your dynamics of your playing and of your volume knob. Now I'm going to switch to a different amp. This is my 1970 Fender Bandmaster. I chose this amp because it's a lower wattage amp. It features EL84 tubes and can tend to break up a little earlier. So if you hit the front end of it, it'll break up a little smoother and is different from what you get with the Splawn. Now, on the pedal, I have reset the EQ to flat or flat-ish. I've got the output again set at noon, and I have the drive knob at 9 o'clock. Now, to kick on a compressor, this is the sound of the amp without the pedal running. Okay, now let me kick on the jack. This is without the compressor pedal, of course. Now, the jack isn't an overly bright pedal, which for me is a good thing, because sometimes when you stack a pedal, a drive pedal, on top of another amp's front end, it can get a little ice picky and kind of grate on you. So this pedal is perfect for that. Now I'm going to mess with the EQ knobs a little bit, turn the drive up some, and show you what you get through the 70 Bandmaster. And again, I'm going to back off on the volume knob of the guitar. Of course, once again, you can jack the drive up. Jack, see what I did there? Go up to 3 o'clock. Okay, so we've seen the jack sounds great in front of a clean amp, but you know, generally if I use a drive pedal, I don't use it in front of a clean amp. I like to push the front of an amp that's already breaking up. And I wanted to hear what the jack sounds like doing that. So I'm going to switch now to my vintage modern. And I've got that set now for a fair amount of breakup. On the pedal, I've set all the EQ knobs back to 12 o'clock. I've got the output of the pedal now between 9 and 10 o'clock because I don't want to push the front end that much. I want to rely on the drive of the pedal to do that, which I've got set right now at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to play the amp first. You'll hear what it sounds like without the pedal. And then I'm going to click the pedal on. Now, just like with an amp, how you set the EQ controls also affects how much drive you have in your amp. So I'm going to bump things up here now. Now I'm going to jack the mids way up because guitar is a mid-range instrument, right? And you'll notice when I pull it up, you're going to get even more drive without even touching the drive pedal. Okay, now I'm going to bump up the highs a little bit. And you'll hear it's not going to add that much because the amp's already broken up. But it will add some drive in that crucial upper mid-range and high-end region. Now I'm going to keep the lows right about 12 o'clock, just like with the preamp on a real amp. If you bump the lows up too much pre-distortion, you're going to end up making it mushy, and I don't really like mushy. So, but I do want to hear what it sounds like with more drive. So. Now that is a lot of drive, but enough is never enough, so let's try some more. Now I've jacked the drive all the way up to 3 o'clock because why not? Pay attention to how even with this much overdrive, you can still get the articulation. You can hear the notes in the chords. Now, I don't know about for y'all, but for me, that's remarkable. That's a ton of gain, and you can still hear every note in the chord. And it even made my sloppy playing sound almost clean. And finally, and I really didn't think to do this at first, but hearing how good that sounded with the Vintage Modern, I want to hear what it sounds like with the granddaddy of all rock and roll amplifiers. Well, a smaller version of it. So I'm going to run it into my Marshall Studio Vintage 20, because if I ran it into a 100-watt Plexi, my neighbors would kill me. So this is the Studio Vintage 20. This is what it sounds like right now. I've got it set, everything dimed, present set 6, both gain knobs or channel volume knobs, whatever, at 6. Now I'm going to play a little bit, then I'm going to engage the pedal. Once again, the EQ knobs are set flat at 12 o'clock. I've got the output at 9 o'clock, and I've got the drive at 9 o'clock. So here is the Plexi on its own. I had to turn it off to get rid of that hiss. It's a Plexi. You throw a drive pedal in front of it, it's going to hiss. Anyway, I want to do like I did with the Vintage Modern. I'm going to bump up the mids and hear how much drive that adds. I'm going to leave the lows where they are because it's a 20-watt amp and I don't want to flub it out. And I may or may not increase the drive. We'll see what it sounds like. Away we go. So that's the Victory V1, the jack. Killer sounding pedal. And through a clean platform, it's fantastic. But what I really like about it is it seems to adapt to whatever environment you throw it in. You know, put it in front of a clean amp, it sounds great. It sounds like the jack amp probably sounds. You throw it in front of a Plexi, and it adapts. It's a crunchy metal machine. It just, I can't say enough good things. What an amazing pedal. Hey, Victory, you guys did a killer job. If your pedals are this good, I want some of your amps. If you're enjoying this video, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. It really does show YouTube that people like my videos, and that in turn lets YouTube know to share them to more people. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.